Welcome, and this video is going to cover how to access full text items through the IUP libraries. Now, many of you will probably be familiar with this screen that I have up right now. This is an EBSCOhost search result, and I have two results here that we're going to look at today. In addition to using these links that you see at the bottom of each of the two articles, we're also going to talk about how to use a citation. And for those of you that are still learning about citations, that is this information right here. We're going to use this information to find your article in the catalog as well. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is these first two links here. One says HTML full text and one says PDF full text. Now, PDF full text is what most of you will probably be familiar with. And the PDF full text is usually looks like a photograph of the printed page. And it's pretty easy to open. Once you're in the screen, you can use this button to download it to your computer or this button to print it out. Now, the difference between a PDF and an HTML is that the HTML full text is usually going to lack a lot of those pictures that you saw in the PDF version. The HTML full text is also most likely not going to print out very easily because it's just one big block of text in the database screen. So you notice there's really no, there's a print button right here that will get you what you need, but there's really no good way to download this without printing it out. So that's one of the downsides of using an HTML, but if it's your only option, hey, at least you have access to the full text. Now, I'm expecting many of you have used both of these buttons before, so what I want to talk about is some of the other buttons you'll see, including the Check Pilot for Holdings and this 360 link. Now, I personally think that the 360 link is a lot easier to use than the Pilot button, so I'll show you that one first. When you click on this, what it's doing is taking you to a screen that checks to see, that's why it's called 360 link check. It checks to see if IUP owns this article somewhere else. So it's telling me content is available from the following links, and it gives me a set of links right below that. Now, whenever you're using this, my recommendation is to only click on the one that says article, which is this link right here. This one goes to the journal that that article was published in, and this one goes to the database where that article lives. So if I click on article, it takes me to the article page. This is from a database called Sage, and there's a link here for full text, and I can click on one of those full text options to download it or print it out. So the 360 link is really only 2 more clicks. It's very convenient. Now, let's say that you find an article that doesn't have a PDF and it doesn't have a 360 link. That's what this button right here is for, that says Check Pilot for Holdings Now. And whenever you use this button, what's happening is that you're taking a look at our catalog to see whether we own it in print, which is what this looks like. If it says Serials Department, it means we own that journal in print. And if it says Electronic Resource or Electronic Journal, that means we have this in electronic format as well. For most of you, the electronic format will be easier to use, but I do want to show you what this looks like if it's in print. What you'll see is a list of resources, recent issues, and it tells you what we own. And it says recent issues are in the current stacks. So if you're looking for one of the most recent issues, then you're going to go downstairs to the current stacks area. If not, you'll go to the back stacks area. It might also say something like this, which says microfilm, and we do have a student on the lower level that will help you get any microfilms that you need access to. Now, if you decide to use the electronic one instead, you click on the link for the electronic one, and instead of a list of holdings, you'll see something that says linked resource right here. And you can choose any one of these links as long as it has the right dates on it. Now, I copied and pasted the citation from that article. So we're looking for Sports Illustrated from August of 2016, volume 125, issues 6 and 7. So I know by looking at this date, all of these ones that say 1992 until present should have August of 2016. So let's click on one of them. Let's just pick this one. And now what I'm seeing are the publication details for Sports Illustrated, and I can use these buttons on the right. If I click on August of 2016, I see that this one is volume 125, issues 6 and 7, which, remember, that is exactly what we were looking for, August of 2016, volume 125, issues 6 and 7. So I click on that. And then I can either browse for the title, which was, oh, that's the author, Murphy Austin. If I look back here, I can see, though, that I am looking for something called Endgame. Remember, this right here is where I got the citation information. This is the title of the article. So if I look for Endgame, sometimes you have to click into the second page. There it is, Endgame. And I can click on the PDF full text to get a copy of it that way. So that's how you use the Check Pilot for Holdings button. And we've already gone over the Check 360 link button. Now, let's say that you wanted to get this article, but you didn't have a Check Pilot for Holdings button, which does happen in some of the other databases. So you might need to use the citation information like I used right here. In order to do that, you're going to go to the IUP Libraries homepage. This is iup.edu/library. You're going to click on Catalog. And from there, you're going to search for the journal title. So you notice I had to change this from the title, which is like a book title, to journal title. And if I use my little notepad here again, I can just copy and paste. We're searching for Sports Illustrated. And you notice we have a couple items listed here. The first two you have actually already seen whenever we did that Check Pilot for Holdings link. So you've already seen the serials one, and you've already seen the electronic resource one. These showed up because they also contain the word Sports Illustrated, but I know because I'm not looking for Sports Illustrated for women or Sports Illustrated for kids that it has to be these first two links. And from there, you'll just repeat the steps that we saw before. You'll click on the title of the journal. You'll click on a linked resource. And then you'll follow the information that was available in your citation to get the article from one of these links. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, I also hope that you will contact us at the library. You can get a hold of us using this Ask Us link, or you can stop in and ask at the reference desk. Good luck.